Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of your OGR, as today you get dead throat me, as if you guys haven't seen my Discord, I for some reason my throat has totally given out on me. I don't know what happened, but ever since the play-by-play I did for the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Oilers game, I got a little too excited and threw out my throat out the window, and now it's just been absolutely killing me over the past few days. It doesn't feel like I'm sick or anything like that. It just feels like ass, so I haven't been able to really do anything with it and make any videos. So we're gonna try to do a little bit of an OGR, so won't be super enthusiastic. And this is the type of game that was absolutely fucking just crazy, man. We went up against the Detroit Red Wings and we won 7-5 in a game where honestly we did not deserve to win, to be completely honest with you. This was a game where we played really bad defensively. We allowed some bad goals in. We gave away the puck a lot. That was a big thing that I seen throughout the night. Like McLeod had 4 giveaways. Like our offensive core, like Nurse had 4 giveaways. Broberg had one really bad one. We were giving away the puck a lot. Like we had 19 giveaways throughout the entire night, and that was the biggest reason why he kind of came back to bite us in the ass a little bit. So before we get into talking about all this stuff, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. As you could already tell, my throat's giving out on me, so let's get into the summary of the goals, and then we'll talk about, you know, some of the players that I liked throughout the game, some of the players I hated. So let's get right into that. So of course, we started off with an amazing hot start, and I thought this was going to be going throughout the entire game. Now, we'll get into that a little bit later on and how it didn't carry out throughout the entire game. But the first goal was scored by Devin Shore, who got his 4th goal of the season for the Edmonton Oilers. It was a really nice shot from Derek Ryan, who got right up the hash marks. He just sent a bullet. Devin Shore tipped it right into the back of the net, getting his 4th goal of the season. And it was a really great start to start off the game because, like, the first 2 minutes, we were just all over Detroit, just all over them, just relentless, just producing offense, getting chances, shooting the puck, and I was really liking that because throughout the rest of the game, we just didn't shoot the puck. Like the second period, we only had 5 shots compared to the 17 that we had during the first, and I think that's a big thing that I want to talk about a little bit later on too, is we got to shoot the puck a lot more. Exactly what we did in the first is what we got to do throughout every single period, and we can't just let our foot off the pedal. We got to keep pedal to the metal, keep putting that gas on that pedal and just keep going, because if we're not going to, stuff like this is going to happen where it's going to end up being a tie game when we have like a 3-goal lead. It's really bad. But anyways, the Ducky Keith keeps it in the zone for the second goal as Connor McDavid tucks in the nice rebound and puts it in the back of the net for his 33rd goal of the season past Thomas Greiss, who had a really rough game. And then Zach Hyman got his 20th goal of the season. It was a really nice play by Zach Hyman. Worked his ass off to get his 20th goal of the season, to give the Oilers a 3-0 lead. And then things kind of just, I don't know, changed. It was like a whole different momentum shift. Mark Stahl got a big one for the Detroit Red Wings, an absolute bomb from the point for Mark Stahl to get his 2nd goal of the season. Now, Mark Stahl was insane. He had 2 goals on the night, and he's only had 1 goal so far this season up until tonight, when he buried in 2 in the back of the net against us, of course. And then Yamamoto came right back, got us a big one when we were starting to produce some big offense on the power play, which our power play was not looking fantastic at all throughout this entire game. We went 1 for 3. We did get the 1 goal, yes, but still, our power play is something that we definitely need to immensely work on. It's still something that we are immensely struggling on, but Yamamoto absolutely deserved this goal. It was a beautiful pass from McDavid as Yamamoto tapped it right in the back of the net. As Yamamoto, he's been producing quite well over the past few games. Got a big goal against the Tampa Bay Lightning in that game. He had 2 points. A big goal against the Washington Capitals. Yamamoto is really starting to put in the heels, starting to digging in and getting us some big offense, especially with Puljujärvi and Nuge out of the lineup. That was a really big one by Yamamoto to give us that 4-1 lead. And at the end of the second period, it just seemed like it was one of the more boring second periods. It wasn't a lot that happened. Of course, Sam Gagner got his 7th goal of the season, really tight shot, but you would think that the Edmonton Oilers would keep going, pedal to the metal, but then we didn't. We just let off the pedal. We just didn't keep going. We just let off the gas pedal. We allowed Detroit kind of right back into the game, which kind of gave him some momentum. It seemed like Blashaw said to the boys in Detroit, like, hey, the Oilers are thinking we're nothing here. Like, you know, like they're playing like, you know, they don't got anything to win, right? They're thinking they already won this game. They're up 4-2. They already think they won this. And then just the absolute piss poor play in the third period is really what sunk us. honestly, in this third period. The bad turnovers, the countless just bad stuff, like the Philip Zadino's goal when he scored his 8th. I don't know who was on the penalty kill, but I think it was, oh God, I think it was Malone. No, not Malone. It was one of McLeod. Oh God, I'm trying to remember now. I think it was Malone and Yamamoto at the time, and Yamamoto and Malone just seemed to kind of like they both went up the same player right at the point, which just left Zadino wide open, and he took that opportunity and slammed it right into the back of the net for his 8th goal of the season. And then Mark Stahl, this was a really bad play by Philip Broberg. He tried to carry this one up, ended up being turned over. Then ended up getting a great chance. Sam Gardner set up Mark Stahl for his 3rd goal of the season, his 2nd goal of the game, to tie the game up. This was a really bad play by Broberg. I don't know what he was thinking with his thought process. He carried it up and just legit just gave it to the Red Wings. It was a really bad play. And honestly, Broberg, all he needed to do was just chip it up, send it off to somebody else, because he had 2 attacking forwards right on him. All he needed to do was make a simple play, get it out. Moving forward, though, right after that, Evander Kane got his 9th goal of the season. It was an absolute beautiful snipe. He worked really hard for this one, too. One of the Red Wings defenders blocked his shot, and then he just kept following through and followed through with the 2nd chance. He buried it right in the back of the net. And then, of course, another goof-up play where Mikko Koskinen went to grab the puck behind the net, and Duncan Keith, like the dumbass he is, went also behind the net with Mikko Koskinen and kind of fucked up Koskinen, and when he tried to send it out, Keith like tipped it right at the front of the net, right on Lucas Raymond's hands to bury his 19th goal of the season. Now, this was both Keith and Koskinen's fault. Now, Koskinen should have made up his mind on what he wanted to do with the puck a lot faster, and this is something that Koskinen does a hell of a lot, where he just is not a great puck handler, and we know that that's his biggest weakness without a doubt. But Keith, I don't know exactly what he's doing going behind the net in a play where you don't need to go behind the net. I just don't know why. That was a really dumb play by Duncan Keith that ended up, tying back up the game, of course. But thankfully, Warren Foegele got his 8th goal of the season to get the game right back into the game. It was a really nice, Archibald got nailed up against the boards, just hit from behind. It should have been a penalty on the play, but Foegele tried to tuck it around, and it somehow went in the back of the net to get his 8th goal, and then Evander Kane tapped in his 10th for a beautiful empty net goal for the Edmonton Oilers to give us that 7-5 victory for the Edmonton Oilers. So lots to dissect here, of course. So we'll talk about the forward lines, of course. I absolutely love the top line of Kane, McDavid, and Yamamoto. I thought they did really good throughout the entire night. Kane was doing really good. McDavid and Yamamoto were also just absolutely fantastic. I think one thing I gotta say, we need to shoot the puck a lot more. I think it's something that we need to start doing from, start to finish. When you're getting outshot by a Red Wings team 35-32, when in the first period you had 17-12 for shots, and then you just let it go, like you just started letting them walk right back into the game and weren't taking as many shots. That was really dumb, and we should have just kept peppering shots on the net, challenging Nedeljkovic, but we didn't. And I think that's one thing that we got to continue to do: shoot the puck. We don't need to make it pretty. You don't need to play like it almost reminded me of NHL. Like I'm playing like NHL 20. You try really hard and you go up 5-0. You're like, all right, let's just pass the puck around. Let's just play it around. And when you do that, the team comes right back in. And I know I'm making a reference to a video game, but that's what this team did. We went up 3-0, and then we're like, all right, we'll just pass the puck around because we feel bad. It's not time to feel fucking bad. This is a team that, our team sucks at playing defense. Pure and simple, we do. Like, we cannot play defense, and for some reason, I just don't know why. We suck at getting it out of our own zone for some reason as well. And when you allow and you take the foot off that gas pedal and you stop shooting the puck, it allows a team like the Detroit Red Wings to walk right back into this type of game, exactly what they did against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we definitely need to work on that. Foegele, Shore, and Ryan, I definitely did not mind them. I thought they did pretty good throughout the night. And then Hyman, Draisaitl, McLeod were not very good. Hyman, I thought, had a really good night. Draisaitl was very meh. Same with McLeod. Archibald, Malone, Cassian, we need to throw that line out the fucking door. It is bad. It is not looking good. They were bad the last game when Archibald took that stupid hit. It was still bad this game. They're just not looking very good and not a very pretty, they're not a pretty line, to be honest with you. The 4 minutes that they were together, they gave up like 7 shot attempts against them. They just are not a great defensive line. They were stuck in their own zone. Yeah, they had one shot for that line, one shot only, and they had 7 shots against. That is bad. That is really, really bad. Talking about defense, Nurse and Cece were an absolute gong show throughout the entire night. They just really didn't handle the puck very well. They didn't play very great defensively. Same with Keith and Bouchard. They were a bombshell. They had 21 shots against them, or shot attempts against them throughout the entire night, and 2 goals against them as well. And then Broberg and Barry were also just a bombshell. Just simply pretty bad defensive night. Koskinen, sure, we need him to make a little bit more saves, but honestly, I give it to Koskinen. He was fantastic. He made a lot of big saves for the team. He kept us in the game. You know, it could have been more of a blowout than what it was. He made the big saves that he needed to make. It's just we played really piss poor defensively, and we definitely need to clean that up. But thank goodness we won. My God, I hope we play a lot better against the Buffalo Sabres, but we'll have to see. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully I feel better in the next video. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys all for the next one. Adios, amigos.